Hello everyone. All right, I told you we're going to start doing a few videos going over things that we were not able to show you at CultureCon due to limited time. So this is going to be how you can save a cup that you dipped and say you don't necessarily like how it turned out. So I did this one, it just didn't like it. I used a little bit too much paint, and overall I just do not like the way that this looks. I let it set for way too long. It's probably been setting for about a month and a half now, and wiping the paint off is just too much work if I'm being honest. So we're just going to glitter over top of it. We're going to use an opal glitter. I think I mixed like 4 different colors into this, so don't be afraid to mix as long as they are, you know, for the most part white. You could have a little bit of color in there. It's gonna go over top of this just fine. You can do this with quick coat, however, it's getting way too hot in Florida, and I'm sure most places, you know, as summer's coming, it's getting too warm to do a quick coat application outside, and I'm currently out in my Florida room right now, so we're just going to use a little bit of fast set for this. You can use, you know, whatever you have on hand. Fast set is, you know, what I have sitting out here right now, so that is what we're going to go with. And I'm just going to do a total of 10 mLs, which honestly is probably a little too much. But I'm pouring directly from the bottle, and it's a pain in the rear to try and pour small amounts. I'm waiting for my bottles to come in. So 10 it is for now. I'll probably actually only use about 5, because you just need a really thin coat. Okay, so what I've done so far to prep this cup is I went ahead and I washed it with Stick Tight. I typically do equal parts of Stick Tight and water, so like 5 mLs of Stick Tight to 5 mLs of water. And then I just pour it on my cup, and I use a sponge, and it will suds up a little bit. So when you think of Stick Tight, think of it as like a decontamination solution. It's just going to get any oils and residual contaminants off of the cup. And then I went ahead and I put a layer of quick coat, a thin layer of quick coat. I'm really not too concerned about it repelling. I just don't want huge repel spots because I do want my glitter to stick. So I used a thin layer of quick coat. And now we're just going to do a really thin layer of epoxy, like I said, approximately 5 mLs, just to get some epoxy on there so that the glitter sticks. Sorry, my other turner is like on the struggle bus today. It never makes noises, but today of all days it decided to make noises. I don't care. Normally I'm extremely careful when mixing my epoxy, but since this is going as a base layer, I don't care how many bubbles are in it, because ultimately you're not going to see any of it. Okay. Fix my glove. How did I get glitter on there already? I just want to get a nice layer of epoxy on here. Oops, sorry. My arms are straddling my phone stand, so my eyeglasses just bumped it. You can fill where you have epoxy and where you do not. I need a little bit more right there. We do not suggest taking your cup from the water and dumping glitter over top of it. The main issue is that glitter is not going to stick. Yes, there is paint there, but there's also a lot of water, so more than likely that glitter is just going to come right off. Take the extra step and do this part of it, because you can get a really cool effect by doing this. But if you dump the glitter over it, you're going to have a heck of a time sealing it, getting that glitter to stick when you seal it, and not just like literally wiping off. Ugh, this pollen has got me so congested today. Okay. So, like I said, yep, I still have quite a bit of that left. But I really don't need any more of it. There's no reason to use any more because it's just gonna soak up my glitter. Actually, I'm gonna take some of it off if there's too much. Just gonna wipe it off. I just want enough for a stick. And that feels good. I just put a big glob of something on there. Okay. All right, so like I said, now I'm just going to take and I'm going to put my glitter over top of it. And what this is going to do, it's going to hide all those imperfections that you don't like, but it's still going to allow those colors and the pattern to show through. You just won't be able to see all of the mess ups or what you don't like. Normally I do my butt before I put it on my turner, but that's okay. I can do it this way. All right. Let me take this and tuck it up around. There we go. Wipe my hand off real quick. Let me get my rim real good real quick, and then I'll move my hand. Okay. And then I'm going to go over it one more good time just to make sure that there's not any extra wet spots for my epoxy. The good thing about having my countertops glittered is now I can't see when there's glitter everywhere. Oh, goodness gracious. Get my vacuum out here. Okay. So that's it. Let me clean this up real quick, and then I will take the phone down and show you a closer view. So all you're going to do is you're going to let this cure, let this fully dry. Then you're going to take like a paintbrush, like a chip brush, and brush off any excess loose pieces. There shouldn't be a lot at all since we did the epoxy method. And then you will put a layer of epoxy over it. And if you need, or if you want to decal or anything, you will do it at that point. That is basically it. There's no more need for quick coat unless you want to seal your decal or whatnot with a quick coat, which is always a good idea. But at this point, the paint is completely sealed. So you don't have to worry about that. me see here. There we go. So you can see all of those colors coming through. You can see the design and the pattern. You just can't see all of the details. So we have gone from a cup that I absolutely hated to a cup that I absolutely love now. You can see all those bright corals and the neon pink and then the magenta coming through. Like, everything is still there. You just don't see all the yucky spots. And that is what I love about this way of saving a cup. All right. Bye.